And welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Brett Hendricks with you along with Jared. And we're getting set for Bronx basketball action here in the 34th annual Goodland Topside Tipoff. One game in the books, one more to go, and we pack it up and get to go home. After 3 days in Goodland, been a good 3 days with no weather to really worry about. As in the past, we've always had some ice and snow to worry about, but this year it's been beautiful weather for this time of year, December weekend in Goodland. Our first game of the day, the Lady Bronx lost their second straight, losing to Ray, Colorado by the score of 60-44. And now our contest here for the boys' third place game, the Bronx and the McCook Bison. First ever meeting between these two teams. Bronx in their 5th year coming to this Goodland Topside tip-off, but have never faced McCook. And I think they're the only one that has been here that Lakin has not played up until now. The Bison come in 3-1 on the season. The Bronx 1-2. I have no stats on McCook other than maybe starting lineups, and that's about it. McCook losing in their semifinal last night by the score of 61-58, and the Bronx losing their semifinal to Norton by the score of 43-29. The Bronx come in averaging 38 points per game. And as I said, they are 1-2 on the season. Bronx and Lady Bronx get to be home next week. 2 games before the Christmas holiday break. First is Sublette on Tuesday, and following up with a Friday matchup with Stanton County. And of course, we'll have all the action for you right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube and LakinSports.com. McCook back out on the floor. The Bronx in the locker room for their final instruction. And we'll get set to go here. 5th year that the Bronx have been here at this tournament. Kind of up in the air if we'll be back. I think it's contract time to see if we're going to come back. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's a great tournament. They do a great job up here. Well, we're going to take a timeout. We have a lot of great sponsors that make what we do possible. And I didn't do a good enough job, I think, in the first game to get them all recognized. So we're going to take a timeout, let you hear from some of the many great sponsors for Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. We couldn't do it without them. But dearly appreciate them. We'll be back.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at the one and only fantastic Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin.
When you choose a bank, you're investing your trust in a group of people who will be handling your hard-earned money. You look to them for expertise in financing your dream home and your teenager's first car, purchasing farm equipment, or expanding your business. At Kearney County Bank, we're invested in a community we believe in. Let us be your choice in community banking. Visit KearneyCountyBank.com or come by 221 North Main Street in Lakin, or Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank, 1910 East Marion, Garden City, and see what our staff can do for you. The Kearney County Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
It's time to get involved with the Lakin Recreation Commission, 702 North Campbell in Lakin. The Lakin Rec Commission with Wellness Center, aerobics, adult programs, youth programs, sewing, and more. For more information about all the great activities of the Lakin Rec Commission, call 620-355-7039. The Lakin Recreation Commission, providing recreational opportunities to enhance the quality of life for the people of the community by promoting social interaction and the productive use of leisure time.
We're getting set for third place game action here at the Goodland Topside Tip-Off. Brett Hendricks along with Jared Hendricks. Thanks for joining us today for Bronx basketball. Both teams on the floor continuing their warm-ups before we get started here. At halftime, we'll get a chance to talk to Lady Bronx head coach J.C. Holloway. The Lady Bronx falling earlier by the score of 60-44. And we'll get a chance to talk to J.C. about that and what's coming up next week. What I suspect to be the starting lineup for McCook. It has been for the last two games. Wearing number 10, a 6'2 junior, Mitchell Cole. Wearing number 11, a 6'2 senior, Evan Humphrey. Wearing number 13, a 5'9 senior, Lucas Gomez-Wilson. Wearing number 20, a 5'9 senior, Jacob Gomez-Wilson. And wearing number 35, a 6' junior, Brett Fraker. Starting lineup for the Bronx. They go this way. Wearing number 1, a 6'1 senior, Pablo Ariola. Pablo averaging 2.6 points per game. Wearing number 11, a 6' sophomore, averaging just over 4 points per contest, Eric Munson. Adric Gomez-Escobar, a 6' sophomore, averages 4.5 points per game. He wears number 20. And wearing number 23, a 6' junior, averaging 5 points per game, Maddox Beltran. And finally for Lakin, wearing number 24, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging just over 11 points per contest, Colder Oldham. The Bronx come in averaging 38 points per game. And we will now break for the singing of our national anthem.
We ask you to join us in setting an example of good sportsmanship for tonight's event. At this time, we ask that you please rise, turn your attention to our nation's flag as we honor American heroes around the world by the singing of the national anthem, tonight performed by Brooke Redland. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, that the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, nor the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting here and there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Now for the starting lineups on the floor. Bronx, the home team on the scoreboard. Wearing the home white uniforms, purple letters and numbers, McCook. The road team, the visitors, with their red road uniforms, white letters and numbers. And Mitchell Cole being introduced here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. And in for the Bronx, a 6'1 senior, Pablo Ariola.
From McCook, number 11, the 6'2 senior, Evan Humphrey. From Lakin, number 11, the 6' sophomore.
Wearing number 11, Evan Humphrey for McCook, a 6'2 senior.
From McCook, number 13,
And for the Bronx, wearing number 11, Eric Munson, 6' sophomore.
From Lakin, number 20, the 6' sophomore.
13 for McCook, Lucas Gomez-Wilson. 5'9" senior. And for the Bronx, Adric Gomez-Esquivel, a 6-foot sophomore. Jacob Gomez-Wilson, 5'9" senior being introduced. Maddox Beltran wearing number 23 for the Bronx. He's a 6-foot junior. And for McCook, I didn't catch their 5th starter being introduced there. 13, okay. Oh, they went out of order, that's what it was. It looked like there was some indecision on the floor by all of the McCook players. They went out of order.
Well, they called Maddox Coulter too. So.
Yeah, and Coulter Oldham, 6'3" sophomore for the Bronx as well. Bronx will be going from our right to our left in this first half, wearing the white home uniforms. Mitchell Cole, the 6'2" junior, and Coulter to tip it off. And the tip is controlled by McCook. The Bronx will come out in a man-to-man. Lucas with it, takes it up top. Works it near side to Jacob. I'm going to try to just go first names with them because their last name is Gomez-Wilson. So we'll try to just keep the first name straight for you. Mitchell Cole with it. Maddox Beltran on him. Brett Fraker. Out beyond the arc. Give underneath. Reverse layup is good to Mitchell Cole. Bronx across the timeline. Coulter has it out over near the sideline. Penetrates on the wing, hands it off to Munson, up top to Pablo. Pablo with a 3 last night in the loss to Norton. Maddox goes to the floor, loses the handle, but Adric there. Lobs it to Coulter on the wing. He's guarded by Cole. In the paint, turnaround, short off the front of the rim. Cole clears the rebound. Outlet quickly up the floor. Fraker with it. And a charge. Maddox Beltran taking the charge for the Bronx, and he comes up hobbling. But he's going to gut it out. Foul is on Fraker. That's his first team foul. Pressure in the backcourt. Jacob on the defense. Maddox off the baseline over to Munson. Munson off the drive. Misses from 10. Rebound comes off to Evan Humphrey. And a steal by Munson. Pass up the floor. Adric layup. Got it. So Lakin basketball. Off the right elbow, Coulter spins, nothing doing. Adric out front, has it in the paint. He'll have to work it back out. Coulter will set up the offense for the Bronx. Adric from the corner, up to Eric Munson. Munson will scoop it to Maddox. Pablo on the drive reverses. The runner is short, and the rebound comes off to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. 3 from the right side, good by Evan Humphrey. Up the floor, Fraker, layup missed. Humphrey with the rebound. Dish to Lucas. And Lucas, the drive from the left side, hits it. Got a whistle out front. Call will go against Goodland. Mitchell Cole with the foul, his first, second team. Lakin basketball. Adric up top, looking to drive. And that foul, it'll be an offensive foul on Adric. They said he extended the arm. MJ Gonzalez into the Bronx lineup. 4.5 to go first quarter. McCook on top 7-2. Lucas Gomez-Wilson with the inbounds, guarded by Gonzalez in the backcourt. Near 10 count, but McCook gets it across. Lucas with it on the left wing in a travel. I'm not going to say that the travels aren't there, but boy, we've seen a lot of traveling violations in this 3 days.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Coulter backs in. Bronx reset it. Adric up top. Gives it up to MJ. And MJ will be called for the charge. So 2 possessions, 2 charges. And it results into 2 turnovers for the Bronx. First foul on MJ. Second team foul. Bronx with pressure on the inbounds. Jacob Gomez-Wilson with it. Long pass up the floor. Frake has a block by MJ. Now they work it to the corner. Humphrey stepped out of bounds. Good job underneath MJ with the block. And the Bronx get it back on the turnover. We thank Brianna Holmes on our camera here this afternoon. Appreciate all the work that these young ladies have given us for the 3 days. They've done a great job. Coulter in the paint, hits it for 2. Bronx once again with pressure in the backcourt. Up the floor, Humphrey. Fraked in the corner, drives, layup good. Bronx had no resistance that time on the drive from the corner. Adric, turnaround, leans in, hits the shot, and he's fouled.
Basket is good. Fouls on McCook's number 10, Mitchell Cole.
Shaky with the and one.
Checking in for Lakin,
Drew Patterson into the lineup.
checking in for McCook, number 2, Keegan Johnson.
Keegan Johnson into the lineup for McCook. And Shaky completes the 3-point play. Pulls the Bronx back to within 2. Jacob Gomez-Wilson loses the handle against Munson. Now ball is loose.
Again.
Somehow gets it back. 3 from the left side is short. And that foul will be on MJ. Just a little bit too antsy. Bit on the head fake from Brett Fraker and picks up his second foul.
2 shots coming for Brett Fraker.
Fraker with 2 free throws coming up. Free throw too strong. Second free throw, miss. Now, how does the official working the lane not make that call? I don't know who he got stepping in early, but missed the free throw nonetheless. But McCook gets the offensive board. Keegan Johnson with it. Over to Jacob. Jacob with Ritzma on him, who just checked into the contest. Breaker up top. Humphrey thought about the long three. Patterson diving on the floor, gets the steal. It's a 3-on-1. Coulter's step. Missed off the glass. Ritzma with the putback. He's fouled. Foul is on Brett Fraker. That's his second foul, 4th team foul. Ritzma at the line to shoot 2. And that's too strong off the back iron. Ritzma averages 5 points a game. Ross Ryder into the lineup for the Bronx. Bronx, one thing I can see with the ball in their hand, Lakin has got to get stronger. Too many shots are missing off the front of the rim. You've either got to get stronger or you've got to shoot it a little higher, put a little arch on it. And a Bronx steal. With it is Oldham. Shot from the right side there again. Short off the front of the rim. And a double dribble against Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Pablo checking back into the Bronx lineup. Lakin basketball, just under 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Chance to take their first lead. Up top with it is Ritzma, right wing to Shaky. Patterson off the dribble. Works it right wing. And another, a block. Jacob Gomez-Wilson with the foul. I was a little worried about that one. Lakin basketball. Dribble near side, Patterson. Pablo from 8, no good. Ritzma with the turnaround, it's short.
Bench warning?
And a bench warning on McCook.
Seen a few of those this week too.
Yes, we have seen a few of those as well. Gomez-Wilson up to the near corner to Kagan Johnson. Now out on the wing, up top to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Bronx still on man-to-man, 1:05 to go, opening period. Bronx trail by 1. Jacob dribbles, hands it off to Evan Humphrey. Humphrey, step back 3, off the back iron, bouncing around, and Shaky comes away with it. Ryder tipped it out to him. Ritzma, left side, hands it off to Patterson. Patterson on the drive, spin move. Shot short off the front of the rim. Thought he might have. Layup on the other end is good by Keegan Johnson. Bronx will hold it for 1. Adric out near the timeline, 14 seconds to go. Now on the right wing to Patterson. Ross, top of the key. Pablo with it, and a foul out front. That'll go against Jacob Gomez-Wilson. That'll be his second. And Lakin will inbounds with 1.2 seconds to go. Maddox back into the lineup. And Coulter back in as well. 1.2 seconds to go. Bronx have a chance to get one off here. Coulter, long top of the key, won't go. And that'll do it for our first quarter. After 1 period of play, the Bronx trailed McCook by the score of 11-8. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Bronx basketball on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube and LakinSports.com.
Kearney County, a wonderful life opportunity, offers a wide range of opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lake and Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
Welcome back to Lake and Bronx Sports YouTube. Brett and Jared with you. Glad you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful weekend here in Goodland. Temperature in the 50s pretty much all 3 days, but it looks like the weather's going to change come next week. They're talking highs in the low 30s, upper 20s, and even a chance, I think, of a little moisture, maybe Tuesday or so. We can use the moisture, I just don't want the frozen kind. Patterson on the left side, thought about the three. Now they work it around the arc. Shaky stops off the right elbow, won't fall, and Humphrey with the rebound for McCook. There again, another shot, Jared, right off the front of the rim.
Oh, great hustle on the line.
Great backcourt hustle by the Bronx defense there. Humphrey loses the handle. Ryder back in the lineup for Lakin. Keegan Johnson in for the Bison. Shaky with the inbounds. Lob into Coulter, who has it at the top of the key. Thought about it off the elbow, gives it up to Maddox. Bronx running it outside the arc. Now to Pablo. Coulter, the spin move, and that time got it over the top of the rim. Coulter with 4. 3 out front, off the front of the rim, won't go. Jacob Gomez-Wilson with the offensive board for McCook. Keegan Johnson loses the handle, but they work it to the far corner. Drive and a charge. Coulter standing in, taking the charge. That'll go against Mitchell Cole, and that'll be 2 on him.
Puts us in the bonus as well.
17, that's a player control though.
I know, I'm just saying, put us in the bonus.
We're in the bonus.
I didn't say shooting the 1-and-1.
I just assumed, I just took it that, hey,
Well, that's what you get for assuming.
that puts us on the line, but yeah.
That's what you get for assuming.
Well, I'm not really assuming. I know what you meant, but I know how I took it too. Coulter drive right side, hits it up over Cole. Right now, Coulter could really take it to Mitchell Cole because Cole has 2 fouls and he doesn't want to pick up that third one. Bronx with their first lead of the half. And a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take one as well. 6:11 to go in the half. Bronx with their first lead. They lead at 12-11. We'll be back.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
The Bronx with their first lead of the half. They lead at 12-11. Maddox, Ross, Coulter, Shaky, And Pablo on the floor for the Bronx. Checking in for the Bison, number 40, Gabe Gans. He's a 6'5" sophomore. So Fraker and Mitchell Cole on the bench with 2 fouls apiece for Goodland. No matter of fact, Fraker back out there. Coulter stops from the free throw line. That's short. And the rebound to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Drive. 3 from the corner, long. Shaky up the floor. Coulter calling for it. Now loses the handle. Picks it back up. Nothing called. And McCook goes the other way with it. Now it's a 3-on-2. Walked. But a call, it's going to be a foul. Foul is on Adric. That's his second. Eric Munson into the Bronx lineup. And Evan Humphrey back into the lineup for McCook. 5.5 to go first half. Lob. Gans looking to work on Oldham and does from the left side. First basket for Gans. And that'll be a Bronx foul. That'll go against Ross Ryder. Battling for the rebound. First foul on Ross, 5th team foul. Near steal by Pablo. And it's going to be Lakin basketball. Off the hands of Jacob Gomez-Wilson, who tried to control it. It's a good backcourt defense by Pablo. Coulter dishes to Ryder. Out to Munson. Now the dish to Pablo. Pablo the drive. Looking for help. Coulter, the runner, off the glass. Wanted a little NBA there. Wanted continuation.
Yeah. Definitely could have been too.
Gabe Gans with the foul. Lakin in the 1-and-1. So Coulter going to the line. Oldham a 64% free throw shooter on the season. Bronx shoot 54% as a team. Free throws off the back of the rim. Rebound run down in the corner by Bo Beaker. Humphrey off the low block. They kick it back out front to reset it. Stolen away out front by Maddox. Maddox the drive. Humphrey on the defense. Maddox able to get it up and in. I was expecting really a foul there. And no call, but a great play by Maddox Beltran. The Bronx back on top. Inside Humphrey, Fraker from the corner, 3 off the front of the rim, won't go. And the rebound comes off to Keegan Johnson. Loses it out of bounds, and Lakin will get it back. I think there's a little bit of contact on that possession. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Bodies just going everywhere, it seemed like there. Coulter with it. Looking to drive. Kicks it to Munson in the wing. Pablo thought about it, hands it off to Maddox. Maddox will fire from 3, got it. Maddox Beltran with the 3. Maddox with 5. Up the floor quickly. Humphrey had it. Now back to Humphrey on the right wing. Cross-court pass, Fraker. Fraker, the dish to Beaker. Beaker leans in, lays it off the glass. Coulter, turnaround in the paint, off the glass, won't go. Humphrey with the rebound, long outlet pass up the floor. Beaker out ahead.
Oh,
Maddox reached
post.
in, got a hand on the ball, but he's going to be called for the foul. Foul will be on Maddox, that's his first. And a two-shot foul. I kind of thought that was on the floor.
I thought it was a good little poke away.
Yeah, I thought that was more on the floor than a shot attempt, but Beaker at the line, excuse me,
Because the
Keegan Johnson.
ball was never above his chest.
No.
It was by his knees.
Keegan Johnson missed the first of 2 free throws. MJ Gonzalez back in for the Bronx along with Drew Patterson. And Gabe Gans back in for the Bison. Free throw good by Johnson. Left wing, Patterson. In the paint, stops. 8-footer, good. Nice stop and pop that time by Drew Patterson. 3 from the near side by Humphrey. Ross Ryder with the rebound. Coulter, dish near side. Patterson on the drive, stops, gives it back to Coulter. Coulter, back to Drew. Bronx set it up. MJ on the drive.
Oh, just short.
And he's going to get called for
He's
the.
going to get it.
MJ Gonzalez with his 3rd foul. Austin back in the lineup.
MJ just can't catch a break this weekend.
No.
Seems like he's been in foul trouble the most.
Yeah, and what's sad, he's not giving himself a real opportunity to contribute.
Yeah.
I love his energy, but I don't know, maybe just a little, just overzealous, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, you got to find a way to keep yourself on the floor. One thing about it, he's a battler.
Yep.
He's battling. Eric out front, hands it off to Ritzma. Hands it off to Coulter. Now Coulter through the paint. Patterson, 3 right side. Oh, in and out won't go. I thought that was going. Gans with the rebound. Kick to the far corner. Fraker on the drive. Now in the near corner. And they travel. Jacob Gomez-Wilson walked with it. Adric back in the lineup for the Bronx. Lucas Gomez-Wilson into the lineup for McCook. On the wing to Drew. Ross near side to Eric. And that's an offensive foul. Eric led out with the elbow.
No.
8th team foul on the Bronx, 1st foul on Munson. Drive into paint and a blocking foul called on Munson on the other end. 2nd foul on Eric, and that puts Gans to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 9th team foul on the Bronx. Grab that ball. That's live. That's a 1-and-1, wasn't it? Was that a shooting? I didn't think that was a shooting foul.
Unless it was a shooting foul.
Well, it must have been. I didn't realize that it was.
I wasn't paying attention.
And Gans' free throw in and out. 0 for 2 that trip. Ritzman with the rebound. Under a minute and a half to go in the first half. Nice back cut. Patterson, but he has it blocked by Gomez-Wilson. That was Lucas with the block. Nice back cut off the baseline by Patterson, though. Coulter back in the lineup. Shaky off the inbound. 3 from the corner. Humphrey turnaround in the paint, won't go. Maddox with the rebound. Clears it for the Bronx. Shaky across the timeline, gives it up to Coulter. Coulter was cocked and ready, but didn't load it, didn't fire it. Maddox out near the timeline, timeout Lakin. Wise timeout there by Coach Schmidt. Maddox was trapped, he was going to be trapped. 50.3 seconds to go in the half, 30-second timeout, we keep it here. Meanwhile, KU up by 10. Jared's got the iPad going, watching the Jayhawks and Missouri in the border war. Maddox inbound for the Bronx, just in front of the scorer's table. 50 seconds to go in the half. Back cut.
Oh.
Coulter had his arm grabbed by Gans. Second foul on Gans. Pablo back into the lineup for the Bronx. Team fouls even at 9 apiece.
No, this is a 1-and-1.
And Coulter hits the free throw.
So I did see that one. I saw him called on the floor.
And Coulter hits them both. Coulter 2 for 3 from the stripe. He has 7. And it's an 8-point Bronx lead, their biggest of the half. And a foul in the backcourt. That'll go against Drew. And that's a double bonus opportunity for the Bison. First foul on Drew Patterson. Lucas Gomez Wilson to shoot 2. Bronx are in the double bonus, the next McCook foul. Just remaining 40 seconds. Free throw short. And that free throw misses as well. Fraker falling out of bounds, throws it off the back of Coulter. And McCook will keep the basketball. Fraker to inbound for the Bison. And that's a and a call away from the play. That's going to be on Maddox. Should have been a 5-second.
That's what I was thinking.
Gans with the free throw. And it's good. Second free throw off the back iron. Ross Ryder with the rebound for Lakin. 35 seconds to go in the half. Bronx lead it by 7. Coulter with it out near the center logo. Now 20 seconds to go in the half. Bronx going to be content with the final shot.
Coulter needs to be careful dribbling there.
I know. I was watching the same thing. Coulter stepped in, walked with it. We saw him do the same thing last night. Spin move, then that drop step.
That's what I was talking to you earlier about, that step through.
on the drive. Right side three. That's off the mark. That's an air ball. And that'll do it for the half. Bronx started out slow. Came on strong in the second quarter. And they'll lead it 24-17 as we go to the halftime break. We're going to take a timeout as well. When we come back, we'll have the halftime numbers. And we'll talk to J.C. Holloway, the Lady Bronc head coach. We'll be back.
Lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Worth a half. The Bronx on top of the McCook Bison by the score of 24-17. Look at the first half numbers. First for the Bison. Gabe Gans with 3. Keegan Johnson with 3. Evan Humphrey with 3. Mitchell Cole, Lucas Gomez-Wilson, Brett Fraker, and Bo Beaker with 2 points apiece. From the free throw line, McCook 2 for 11 from the stripe. For the Bronx in the first half, Colter Oldham leading the way with 7 points. Adric Gomez-Escobar with 6. Maddox Beltran with 5. Drew Patterson with 2 off the bench. And Austin Ritzma with a lone free throw. He has 1. From the free throw line, the Bronx 4 of 6 from the stripe. Free throw situation for Bison with 2 fouls apiece. And for the Bronx, MJ Gonzalez with 3, Maddox and Adric with 2 fouls apiece for the Bronx. Bronx trailed by as many as 5 in the early going and outscoring McCook in that second quarter to hold the 7-point lead at the half, and that's where we are at right now. Our earlier game, the Lady Bronx lost their second straight, losing to Ray, Colorado by the score of 60-44. We're now joined by Lady Bronx head coach J.C. Holloway, and I don't know, it just seemed to me like third game in 3 days. Lady Bronx didn't start bad, but it just seemed a little sluggish as more of the game went on.
Yeah, I would probably beg to differ on the starting slowly. We maybe didn't get outscored a whole bunch right away, but intensity, focus, and our effort was not where it needed to be on a third day.
I did like the way, even though Lakin was down by 15 at the half, they came out and hit 3 3-pointers and got back to within 9, but then promptly gave up a 13-0 run. But one thing about it, I did like how the Lady Bronx came out in the first 2 opening minutes of the second half.
Yeah, definitely, and that's something that we haven't done a good job of this year, and including parts of last year, is coming out in that third quarter with the intensity, and we did it tonight. But you're right, like in that 13-0 run, the worst part of it was we're trying to score and get back, and we're giving up easy buckets. It wasn't even that they were doing a lot to score.
And that's one thing that the Lady Broncs have done in this tournament. It seems like when everything's going good, everything's fine, but then something happens, and then just Lady Broncs give up big chunks.
Yeah, and like I said, like I felt like it took Goodland to make some really good plays to score at times last night, and it was the complete opposite. We let people drive by us. We didn't help. We let ourselves get face cut for layups. I mean, it wasn't even that they were shooting threes or running a whole bunch of offense. It was pretty much just a 4 out or 5 out and just cut and beat us to the ball.
Shooting today, Reagan Shavira, nice afternoon, 5 threes, scored 17. The funny thing about it, Lakin finishes with 44 points, hit 9 threes today.
Yeah.
And really shot the ball well from outside. Like I said, Reagan came out firing, had 5. 4 of those in the second half, but finished with a team high 17.
Yeah, and against the zone, pretty much the whole game. And we did have some trouble at times, and we tried to force things too much, especially early when we got down. All of a sudden, then we thought we had to make something happen in one play and dribble into the teeth of the zone defense and get trapped and turn it over, and didn't do a great job getting back. I mean, it was a lot of things.
But still, there were some good things, and as we talk every day, positive things to build on. But I don't know. At times, I just like the aggressiveness of the shooters. I mean, I like it that Reagan comes out and fires the ball. You know what? You can't ever miss a shot if you don't put one up. But you're not ever going to get yourself back in the game if you're going to just be timid and not want to put up a shot. Her game started, maybe the rest of them as well, and Jara in double figures with 11.
Yeah, and she did it. She's got a tough role to play.
Yeah.
She plays perimeter, and then when we sub some people out, depending on who we sub, then she's got to go in the post, and she's diving on the floor, sometimes on accident, like the one where she ended up by the scorer's table. But she plays hard. Sammy's still playing hard.
Yeah.
It just right now, I think, yes, there was some positive, like you said, as far as we had some girls step up and be ready to shoot it. We just got to do a better job defensively to give ourselves. 44 points isn't that bad. That's more than.
Yeah. One thing about it, 3 games in 3 days now. Get a chance to return home next Tuesday, starting with 4 straight road games. I'll guarantee you the girls are going to appreciate that, getting in front of the home crowd on Tuesday back into the High Plains League.
Oh yeah, I know they're worn out. It was a lot the first day. I mean, and we had to fight to get that one, and then we come out last night and another battle.
Yeah.
So it is, it's something that I did talk to him after the game, is we've got to get in better condition too.
Yep.
I mean, we're getting worn out, and we're playing 12 girls. That means we got to get a little bit better conditioning wise.
Yeah, when you're going 12 deep and you're still tired, that is, you need to get in a little bit better shape. But
Yep.
The one thing I'm looking at, maybe so much with getting back home next week, a tournament like this, you can get back home next week against Sublette and against Denton County. You're back with the rebound. Actually, that was Gans that missed the putback. Munson from the left side rolls it over the rim. Humphrey with the rebound.
Well, we're back connected, but it might be a little spotty.
Outlet to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. We're going to keep our fingers crossed with our Wi-Fi connections here, and it's going to struggle, I guarantee you. We apologize for that.
Right now looks all right.
Mitchell Cole with the bucket.
But I also don't want to jinx it, so.
Yes. Yeah, the bad thing about it, we ran out of data using the phone as the hotspot, so we apologize.
Travel.
And a traveling violation on Coulter out front. Now, it wouldn't have mattered if we'd have switched to my phone, right? But my phone's been having trouble trying to connect, right?
We're all on the same plan.
Same plan, okay. Bronx with pressure in the backcourt. Lucas Gomez-Wilson through the defense, but throws it away. Adric with it up the far side. In the paint, skips through, hits the basket. That's a situation there that Adric finished the play. So many times an offensive guy comes that wide open, he bricks it. It's like, oh, hey, no contact and not ready for it. But great play there by Shaky. Mitchell Cole with the basket. The foul will be on Maddox. You're behind the play. You're not going to make that.
Well, so far it's actually come through pretty good right now. I don't know about the YouTube side of it. But
Yeah, we'll just have to.
The connection is pretty good.
We'll have to go with it. So Mitchell Cole with a chance and completes the three-point play.
Guess I'll check it out.
Shaky walks it across the timeline to Pablo on the left wing, up top to Coulter. Munson flashes top of the key, thought about firing from three. Ryder backs in, kicks it out to Pablo.
Looks good to me.
Okay. Coulter from the right wing, reverses, stops in the paint, nothing there, kicks it back out front. Adric in traffic, kicks it to Pablo on the wing.
Oh, we just got to have that one.
And Adric somehow came up with that basketball off the floor and will draw the foul. Jacob Gomez-Wilson has his third foul. Yeah. Bronx with the inbound. Shaky out on the wing. Finds Ryder, and he stepped on the sideline. An unforced error that time by the Bronx. Getting later in the day, and you know what? I can feel it getting colder just sitting next to this door.
Yeah, I was tempted to throw my jacket and sweats back on.
And McCook just barely gets it across. Humphrey from the right side hits it from three. Second three of the night for Humphrey. Pulls McCook to within one. And a block.
There we go.
Ryder on the dribble.
Fell into that one.
Lucas Gomez-Wilson with the foul. That's his first.
And
second team.
They're targeting Maddox so he would get his fourth. I guess that wasn't even Maddox.
No, that was Ross on the drive there.
I saw 33 and then.
Yeah, MJ Gonzalez back in the lineup as well. MJ with three fouls. Yeah. Lakin basketball, just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. MJ stops.
There we go. Oh.
Shot short off the front of the rim.
Short like everyone else.
Gomez-Wilson, the drive, dish, Gans backside, missed the shot.
Ooh, jump ball.
And he's going to get it back, but I'll tell you what, Shaky reached in and grabbed that ball. Very well could have been a tie-up as easy as it was as an and one. Timeout on the floor.
Full. I got another one if you want to run it.
Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this.
The Ranch House community is here to assist with skilled rehab, long-term care, and assisted living. We offer a serene atmosphere, dedicated staff, delectable dining, and daily activities. The Ranch House is here to serve our communities. Please review our site at midwest-health.com/ranchhouse/ or call 620-371-4700 to schedule your tour today. We look forward to hearing from you.
(27-26), the Bison back on top of the Bronx with an and one free throw coming up from Gabe Gans. Bronx led by as many as 8 in the first half. Have come out flat to start this second half. Gans at the line. McCook's biggest lead in the first half was 5. And he completes it. Gans with 6. Second and 1 of the half for McCook. You can get back into a game pretty quickly with 3-point opportunities. Holder picked up the dribble, walked with it. McCook basketball. With it is Keegan Johnson working against Patterson. Ball tipped. Last touch by Adric. McCook to inbound in front of their bench. Humphrey from the left wing, that's short. Rebound off the hands of Ryder, and McCook controls. Jacob Gomez-Wilson from the left wing. They reset it. Gans hits it from 8. And he has 8.
Oh.
Adric missed the shot, got the rebound, off the glass, won't go. And the rebound comes off of Mitchell Cole. McCook has scored 11 straight, make it 13, as Keegan Johnson hits the layup on the other end. It's a 6-point McCook lead, their biggest of the game. MJ Gonzalez. And another charge. MJ with the offensive foul, and that's his 4th. Pablo back into the lineup. Tyler Holloway in his first action here this afternoon. Keegan Johnson with it. Up on the wing, Gans kicks it back out. And it's Lakin basketball. Well, they're going to confer. Baseline official he's going to overrule him. Well, maybe not.
Because if he saw it.
It's got to be bad for an official right there, because now you got the coach in your ear too. But it's going to go to Lakin. You two are talking, okay, I saw this. Well, the coach is going to say, well, I saw it this way. It's a three-way conversation, but only one of them's going to win. And Lakin's going to win the battle. From the right side, Drew Patterson with the 3.
Great catch and shoot. That's what he's been good at this whole weekend.
And I'll tell you what, Drew's getting more and more comfortable in his role right now. Pablo with the steal, reverse layup, good. Pablo with the steal and the bucket. His first of the night. Wide open Gans. Wide open, the defense lost track of him. Holder with it out front. Stops. 10-footer, good. Holder really needs to work on that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good, effective shot off the dribble, that little mid-range. I mean, any basketball player, that's the type of shot you want. Gans steps in, lays it in. Tell you what, why isn't Gans a starter on this team? 6'5", moves well. That was a nice move. McCook back up by 3.
Oh, Coulter dribbling out there scares me.
Coulter the drive and a charge. Dish to Pablo coming off the baseline, but the foul will be on Coulter Oldham, his first.
Yeah, that hand just gets a little too far under for me to be comfortable up here.
Bo Beeker into the lineup for the Bison. 1:48 to go in the third quarter. Third place game here in the Goodland Topside tip-off.
Oh!
Oh my goodness. I think Ross got a hand on the ball there. He did. There was no contact, especially from where they called it from. The free throw good by Evan Humphrey. It's one of those, you know what? Next time, if I'm going to get called for it anyway,
Yeah,
might as well earn it. You know, might as well earn it. Both free throws are good. Humphrey with 8 points. Adric stops at the elbow, finds Patterson. They work it on the far side. Backside cut. Pablo cut off by McCook. The Bronx will kick it back out front. Holloway on the dribble. Now to Adric, looking to drive, reverses, stops, finds Holloway. And has it, well, had it knocked away, but Pablo gets it. Falling to the floor, scoops it to Adric. Minute to go in the third. Adric looking to drive, gives it to Patterson, who's fouled on the dribble.
I only got 4 fouls on Lakin.
Keegan Johnson with the foul. Well, you got more than I do. I only have 3. Brett Fraker back into the lineup for McCook.
There we go. Great execution there.
Cut on the inbounds by Ryder. Missed the shot, but it's going to get 2 free throws. Free throw strong.
A little hard.
Maddox Beltran back into the Bronx lineup. That one's strong as well. Ross battling for the rebound, but coming away is Evan Humphrey. Keegan Johnson with the baseline layup, but how was that not a travel?
It's a Euro.
Oh, I don't believe that Euro stuff.
And one. And one. He says on the floor.
Did he?
Yeah.
Adric back into the lineup. Foul is on Beeker.
I don't see how that one's possible.
Lakin inbound. Coulter at the free throw line. Stops.
Short.
Fraker with the, oh my goodness. Foul will go against Drew Patterson. Fraker running the ball down in the corner. It amazes me, you get a call like that, but there's so many bodies hitting the floor and nothing being whistled. My goodness, let's get some consistency. Now what?
What are we doing here? Talking about Drew going out, come back in. They just had the wrong guy.
I just had the wrong guy, yeah. Lucas Gomez Wilson on the drive.
I think he stepped on the line.
I think he stepped on the sideline as well.
Checking in for Lakin, number 20, Adrian Escobar, and number 11, Eric Munson.
Munson and Adric back into the lineup. 23.7 seconds to go in the quarter. Dangerous pass in the backcourt. Lucas Gomez Wilson almost able to tip it away. Bronx have it. Now 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Colder with it. Driving on Gans. Got through.
That's being
and
strong.
Going to the line to shoot two. Foul on Gabe Gans is his third. Sixth team foul. Coulter with the free throw. Coulter missed the second free throw. He's out in double figures with 10. 3 from the corner. Off the back iron, won't go.
Tipped.
And that won't fall at the buzzer as well. At the end of the third quarter, the Bronx trail it 40-34 after leading at the break 24-17. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with Bronx basketball right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Don't go away.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
Forty to 34, the Bronx trailing the McCook Bison. Here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland, the 34th annual Goodland Topside Tip-Off. Brett and Jared with you. Rounding out a busy 3 days of basketball here at the Topside. Will be Lakin basketball. Foul situation for Lakin. MJ Gonzalez with 4, Maddox Beltran with 3. For the Bison, Gabe Gans and Jacob Gomez Wilson with 3 fouls apiece. And a double dribble on the Bronx. The one thing I can see that really holds the Bronx back right now are silly turnovers. A double dribble, a travel. We've seen a lot of traveling calls. 3-on-2 break for McCook as Cole gets away and hits the bucket. It's an 8-point McCook lead, their biggest of the game. Bronx led by as many as 8 in the first half. Pablo in the corner, out to Adric, cross-court pass now stolen away by Humphrey. Humphrey out in front.
Did he even touch him?
Adric ran through. You're kidding. Fourth foul on Adric. Ran straight through. He did a reverse layup. 30-second timeout called. Wow.
I think he put his hand out, but he just kind of put it out there to be in the way, but He didn't touch him.
An assumption call. McCook with an and one opportunity. So Humphrey with the free throw. Humphrey with 10, looking to make it 11, and hits the free throw. McCook with the 11-point lead, their biggest of the game. Munson over to Patterson, fires from the left wing, hits the three. Drew with his second three-pointer. Riker on the backside lays it off the glass. Near steal out front. Riker tried to keep it alive. Nothing doing. It'll stay with the Bronx. Austin Ritzma checking back into the Bronx lineup. Maddox, lob to Coulter at the free throw line. Over to Ritzma. Bronx working it around the arc. Ritzma on the wing. Patterson from the left side, three, short. Pablo with the rebound. Dish to Drew in the paint. Back out to Pablo. Drives from the corner, steps. Won't go, and the rebound comes off to Mitchell Cole. Lucas Gomez-Wilson. Dribbles through, works it out front to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Humphrey will walk it back out. McCook on top by 10, 5.5 to play in the contest.
We're going to do this for 5 minutes.
I hope not. I understand preserving a lead and working some clock, but it's a reason. That's the reason play clocks come into play. In college basketball, North Carolina would do this for 10 minutes.
Charge.
That's why the play clock came about in college basketball.
Well, I wish it was implemented here too. Hey, at this gym they could.
They could. They have them. I'm not an opponent to a shot clock. I really am not.
I think it makes you better as a team.
And a block. Maddox stepping in. Layup is good. The foul on Maddox is his fourth.
Basket's good. Fouls on Lakin's number 23, Maddox. Belcher offense his fourth personal. 18 foul. One shot coming from McCook's Jacob Gomez-Wilson.
Jacob Gomez-Wilson with his first bucket of the night and a chance at the three-point play. Free throw is good. Up top, Drew. Near side to Pablo. Into Austin, a reach. And that foul will go against Mitchell Cole. That's his third. Ritzman to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That's the seventh team foul on McCook. Free throw good by Ritzma. Second free throw short. Rebound comes off to Cole. And a steal. Pablo on the layup. Got it off the glass. Nice anticipation by Pablo Areola and hits the layup. 4 points on the game by Pablo. Pablo with the foul on the other end. That sends Jacob Gomez-Wilson to the free throw line, and a full timeout called by McCook. We'll take one as well. 4:08 remaining. Bronx struggling to get back into it. They trail by 10. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Bronx basketball on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube.
Some commercials make it really tempting to buy cheap insurance. That's great if price is the only thing that's important to you. The agency believes cost is important, but protection is what you're really paying for. Rely on the agency to build the policy that protects your property at a price you can afford. Call the agency today at 620-355-6789.
Fred Ripsema established the Lakin Dairy in 1997 and is now a leading producer of high-quality milk for human consumption. The Lakin Dairy is proud to be a big part of the Kearney County economy and community. With fantastic, dedicated, and hard-working employees, the Lakin Dairy prospers in the heart of, as Fred calls it, the Midwest Feed Shed. Always supporting the Lakin High School students, the Lakin Dairy, a verified premium operation, is honored to call Kearney County home at lakindairy.com on the internet.
4:08 remaining. Bronx trail at 50-40. Jacob Gomez-Wilson at the line for the 1-and-1. And hits the free throw. And knocked them both down. Holder from the far corner. Out front to Patterson. Over to Maddox. Coulter in the corner. Fires for three off the front of the rim. Maddox with the rebound. Dishes to Ritzma, who lays it up and in. Austin Ritzma with 4 points. Cole. And stolen away by Maddox. Oh,
wow.
And McCook will get the timeout, a 30-second timeout.
And should be Bronx ball going the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Ball will stay with the Bison. McCook basketball. To inbounds is Keegan Johnson up the floor. Gomez-Wilson. Maddox.
Surprised that wasn't one.
Well, yeah. Yeah, kind of surprised as well. Near steal out front, but Gomez-Wilson controls. Humphrey in the corner, Fraker. And Drew's going to draw the foul. So is Lakin going to start fouling with 3:16 to go? That's kind of what that looked like. But they're going to dribble it off and just
dribble the whole time.
Foul on Patterson is his third.
But we got some extra guys that we could throw in there. Coulter
Yeah.
doesn't have any, and Pablo doesn't have any, so.
Yeah, Pablo just picked up one.
That was on Drew.
No, I mean before that. Fraker missed both free throws. And Fraker missed the putback. Humphrey on the right wing. Gives it off to Keegan Johnson.
It's a slow 5 count.
You dribbled from the far side, this side, and then reversed it. And no 5.
Oh, this is just boring.
Another timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout by McCook. 2:18 to play. McCook basketball, 2:18 to play. To Cole. Layup good off the backside. Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Austin Ritzma quick up the other end for 2. Humphrey on the wing, guarded by Patterson out front. Ball tipped. Pablo tried to save it back in, sliding into the padding. Ross Ryder checking back in. Evan Humphrey with it. Over to Jacob Gomez-Wilson. Back to Humphrey. And Humphrey on the drive. Patterson with it. Left corner to Pablo. On the drive. Works it up top to Maddox. Now in the corner, Coulter. Coulter. Sizing up the defender. Steps back. He gives up to Maddox. Right wing, 3. In and out, won't go. And Humphrey with the rebound. Lakin's going to go to 1-3 on the season. And we'll finish in 4th place in this Goodland Topside tip-off.
If we wouldn't get a copyright strike, we could just turn off our mics and play the Jeopardy music 4th quarter.
Oh boy, no kidding. Yeah. And that's going to do it. McCook will capture 3rd place in this contest by the score of 56-44. And the Bronx will fall to 1-3. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back. Please do us a favor. Thank all the great sponsors for all they do for LakinSports.com and Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. We wouldn't be able to do it without their generosity, and we greatly appreciate it. We'll be back.
The Lakin Recreation Commission has a full fitness room with 5 treadmills, tread climber, rowing machine, 3 elliptical fitness cross trainers, 2 stationary bikes, and strength training fitness equipment. You'll find just what you need for your own quality workout. The fitness room is open for the public's use free of charge during business hours. For use after business hours, Lakin Rec also has a keyless entry system available. The Lakin Rec Commission, always involved with the youth of Lakin, 702 North Campbell, Lakin, 355-7039. The benefits are endless.
Welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Once again, the Bronx lose it tonight by the score of 56-44, and will finish 4th in this 34th annual Goodland Topside Tip-Off. Nate will come up and visit with us here in just a moment, and then we'll wrap it all up and head south, head home, and get set for some home cooking next week as Sublette comes to town on Tuesday and Stanton County to follow on Friday. Look at the totals. For McCook, Gabe Gans off the bench with 12. Evan Humphrey finished with 12 as well. Mitchell Cole with 9. Jacob Gomez-Wilson with 7. Keegan Johnson with 7. Brett Fraker with 4. And Bo Beaker with 2. For the Bronx, Coulter Oldham in double figures with 10. Adric Gomez-Escabel with 8. Drew Patterson off the bench with 8. Austin Ritzman off the bench with 6. Maddox Beltran with 5. Pablo Ariola with 4. And that rounds out the scoring for the Bronx. Bronx finished 5 of 10 from the free throw line, a 50% clip. Bronx once again fall to 1-3 on the season. And we'll look to hopefully get back on track Tuesday. And with 2 games next week, getting back on track before the holiday break. So we'll wait and see if Nate comes up to join us. The Bronx leave the floor. And we'll get everything wrapped up and get out of here and get back home. And now we're joined by Bronx head coach Nate Schmidt. And after 3 games in 3 days, Coach, I think I'm under the impression the Bronx need to play 16 minutes, and they're sitting pretty good at halftime. But for the second night in a row, the Bronx looked good in the first half, even held a 7-point lead at the break tonight, but just allowed a good run to start the third quarter, and it was all McCook from there.
Yeah, I think this season, you've seen glimpses of how good we can be, but unfortunately, that's all you know we've seen is just glimpses of it. It's just not. We just haven't been real consistent yet. There's been times, man, it's a lot of fun and we're playing well, and then there's other times it's frustrating. But we had a really good first half. Up 7 and, held them to 17 points in the first half and then gave up, I think, 23 points in the third quarter. And just, varsity basketball is a consistent all the time thing. But I was much more pleased, in our performance tonight, than yesterday. I felt like we were a little bit better and, so like I said, we were good at times tonight. We were good at times this weekend. That's just kind of where we are right now. We're pretty good at times.
And that's the thing that this team, and I even made the comment during the ladies' game, is need to find a consistency where your Lakin scoring points in a group instead of allowing, you do something well and something bad happens and all of a sudden you open the floodgates and the opponent goes on a roll. But for the Bronx, I think it's consistency. It doesn't have to do anything with confidence, but you just got to get in to where you feel comfortable. And it just doesn't seem like at times the Bronx do that. But I'll tell you what, one player that I'm going to talk about is Drew Patterson. That's the smallest kid on the floor. He's going to play like he's 10 foot tall, but he came out and shot the ball well tonight, 2 3-pointers, and he finished with 8. But I think he's shooting the ball really well so far.
Yeah, Drew's been good for us. He was pretty good again tonight. He was good against Goodland. He's shooting the ball well. He's done a nice job for us. I love coaching that kid. He does a good job. He's just going to get better, and he was good for us. Like I said, he made a couple shots. He was battling his tail off defensively. So pretty proud of him, and he's been all right for us this year. So proud of him, and there's just so many of these kids on the list here that you're looking and. We just haven't. They just haven't developed yet physically, and they're out there and they're trying to, that's one thing when you're in middle school, you're playing against kids that are your age or 1 year older. And you get to high school, you're playing against kids that are 4 years older than you, a lot of times. And, these guys are out here barely 16 years old and you're competing against an 18-year-old kid. There's a major difference in physicality and speed and strength. And, so for him and some of those other guys to be able to do, what they're doing, again, you're seeing glimpses of how good Drew's going to be. You're seeing glimpses of how good this team's going to be down the road. And, that's just kind of where we are right now.
One of the things, too, is, early in the season, maybe it's conditioning, maybe I don't know what it is, but the Bronx right now, so many good looks, but they're short off the front of the rim. I don't know if that's rubber legs or maybe shooting style. Maybe you've got to put a little more arch on it, whatever it is. But the Bronx are not giving themselves good opportunities. They're getting the looks, but they're not finishing.
Oh, and that's the thing. In middle school and JV, you don't have to be down and ready to shoot the ball. You're going to get the shot off, at any time, and that's the difference. In varsity basketball, you got to be down and ready. You got to be greedy. You got to be ready to shoot. And that's what we've been on them about in practice. We do a lot of 44 shooting, and it's just like, we're standing there straight-legged with one hand out, catching it and getting yourself ready. Well, that you're not going to play many teams that are going to allow you to do that. When you're down and you're ready and your knees are bent and you're in a stance, and that's why we have them in the weight room, and squatting and getting down and getting ready. And when you're tired, that's where your form and technique comes into play. So if you're a good shooter, you're going to make shots when you're tired because your form and technique is good. If your form and technique is not good and you're tired, you just have hope that it goes in. But, and that's one of the things why we feel teams don't shoot it as well versus us, because we're constantly applying pressure and they're not comfortable and they're not used to shooting it under that sort of pressure. But, it's just another area that we got to get better, another area we got to improve. And, I can assure you we're going to try to get better. Exactly.
Well, one thing about it, and I even made the comment to JC, is get back to some familiar territory next Tuesday. Sometimes, this is a great tournament, a lot of fun to come to, but you can get back maybe into some comfort, getting back into, now we're playing at home, we're back into the High Plains League. a little bit more familiarity. Not necessarily that you say, oh, we come in, we're going to handle these guys, but, it's just you get more around people more that you know. Even your opponent, you know them, you can be comfortable with it, but I think maybe that'll help the Bronx and Lady Bronx as well going into next week. A couple games, but I like the fact that, they get to go home for a change.
Yeah, it'll be nice to play at home.
Yep.
Obviously we've been on the road the last 4, and it's one of those things we told the guys, you're going on the road to Sharon Springs, you're going to play a traditionally very good 1A school, and they kind of took it to us. Then we come up here, play one of the top teams in 3A, and then we play a traditionally good 3A team in Norton, and then you play a large school in McCook, Nebraska that's good and competitive. It's almost like, some of those really good college teams that go and just have a brutal start to their season, playing a ton of really good competition to get ready for league play. And that's kind of the way we approached it, because, Tuesday, this might surprise some people, but we're getting ready to play possibly the best team in the High Plains League this year in Sublette. They are incredible. They are really, really, really good, and they're going to give us some fits because of the style they play. So, we're going to have our hands full then. And then, we got one game before Christmas break, and, we'll see how it goes. So,
going to stay hot and hectic. Maybe a couple days off to catch your breath, but we're gonna hit the ground running on Tuesday. I know it's been a struggle this week. Always would rather finish a tournament 2-1, but other than 1-2. But next Tuesday, another opportunity. But as always, I've enjoyed the weekend.
Yeah,
thank you very much,
here,
Coach.
Brett. Thanks for all you do, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. Have a good trip home. Look forward to seeing you Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Brett.
You bet. Bronx head coach Nate Schmidt. Once again, the Bronx lose it tonight, and they finished 4th in this Goodland Topside tip-off. We're going to wrap it up from here at Goodland. I want to thank everybody for joining us this weekend for 6 games of Lakin Lady Bronx and Bronx basketball. And we'll be back on the air Tuesday with Lady Bronx basketball as Sublette, Lady Bronx and Bronx basketball as Sublette comes to town on Tuesday for High Plains League action. For all the great sponsors we have, thank you so much. We couldn't do it without them. Thank you for all the patience. I know we had some struggles this weekend, but we got through it. Jared, we somehow get through it, and I can't do it without you. Thank you for all your help this weekend. A great job as always.
Yep, let's pack up and go home.
Let's do it. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. We'll talk to you Tuesday.